Good afternoon, my friends. This is Johnny, and I have something pretty sad to tell everybody. I have some happy mail that came from my wonderful friend Lisa today. But you know, that girl must be intuitive, because she always knows when I need something. I was going to have a happy video today to show you all, because I was going to go outside and do a video of the baby chicks and Laverne and Shirley. Baby chicks are 9 weeks old. Well, we had an incredible tragedy this morning when Derek went out at 6 o'clock this morning and opened up the chicken coop door. You know, they're in a coop at night to be safe. Completely enclosed with roosts and everything, but these are babies. When he opened up the door, he was faced head on with a big black and white skunk. Behind the skunk, all he could see was littered little bodies of every single one of the baby chicks. All 8 of them were dead. The skunk ran back to the back of the coop into a small hole it had dug, and Derek ran in the house to get me. By the time we got back out, we had no idea where the skunk had gone. But what he had done was he had dug under the fence first of all, and by the door of the coop, he dug 18 inches down, where there's cement, down 18 inches into the ground, dug a tunnel, came up on the inside of the coop, had to move wood boards. Some of them were 2x6s, one was a 2x10 piece of wood. He moved that wood aside, and he proceeded to kill every one of the babies. He did not eat them. He just got in there and killed them for the fun of it. I know some of you are thinking, why am I so upset over chickens? I will tell you that if 3 months ago someone would have said that I could have loved little chickens as much as I love my household pets and bet me $1,000, I would have said, I'll take that bet. There's no way, they're just chickens. Let me tell you something, they're not just chickens. They had the most incredible personalities. As you know, I got them at 2 days old. They were 9 weeks old now. Normally people keep them in a brooder, in a garage, with a heat lamp. I was so protective of these babies that they stayed here in my sewing room for 8 weeks of their life, where it was warm in the house. There was no drafts. They had their heat lamp, but when I changed their water 6, 7, 8 times a day. We picked them up, we talked to them, we learned their little personalities, everybody got a name. The 2 little silkies were my absolute favorite out of them. The little white one, oh my goodness, that was little Amy. That little chicken was a hoot with the big furry feet, the personalities. There was a red one we called Lurch, even though it was a girl, because it always stuck his head up so high. A little black one that was always so adventurous, but they loved each other. We had to separate them when they were 6 weeks old, because the playpen we had them in after we transferred them out of the brooder had gotten too small for everybody, so we had put the silkies in a cage right next to them, an actual dog cage, and all they did was sit there at the edge of that cage with their heads poking through at the 6 other chickens because they missed them. When we put them outside, they were so happy. Peep, 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 peep. That's all they do. Peep, peep, because they were still babies. They didn't do the chalk chalk like Laverne and Shirley. And wherever one went, the other 7 were sure to follow within seconds. They were so curious. They were so friendly. Everybody had its own personality. am absolutely devastated. I tried so hard to make sure we did everything. I read everything. I got books, I got magazines, I read everything online in the Backyard Chicken site to try and make sure I protected them. People said, oh, you can put them out at 4 or 5 weeks. I was afraid they were too small to me. I waited till they were 8 weeks to put them out when they were fully feathered. And they were large enough. They were probably about this long. And they stood, you know, about 10 inches high. They were half the size I would say that they were going to get. But because they were so little and they didn't fly up into the roost yet, that skunk had a field day in there last night. We locked him up at 9 o'clock. We opened the door at 6, and of course by that point they were all dead. We have no idea what time the skunk finally got through. I even put up 2 sensor lights out there to keep away animals like that are nocturnal, to try and deter them. That went on right by the door. This skunk was bound and determined, excuse me, to get at this babies. And it wasn't that it was hungry. He just killed them. He didn't try to eat any of them. He just ran around and killed each and every one, all 8. I can only imagine how scared those babies were. So, anyway, that's my story. And, the little babies suffered, I'm sure. And that's the heartbreaking part. I'm gonna miss them so much, because the last 9 weeks, every day of my life has been dedicated to taking care of those little guys, all those sweet little babies. So if you want to guys understand, maybe say a little prayer for me that I can cope with this. My husband and my son don't know, they're at work, and there was no reason to make their day any worse. So they won't find out till about 7 o'clock tonight. Remember what I say all the time? Share that love, please. You know, whether it's with people, with your dog, your cat, your bird, your fish, whatever. Stop being mean to each other. Okay, I think I will do Lisa's video in a while when I can compose myself and stop crying, because it's not fair to my dear sweet Lisa. Thank you, honey. I love you. I appreciate that you thought to send me a box today. And guys, remember, no biting, no fighting. Share the love. Give someone a hug. Be well, everyone. Pinkalicious hugs. Ciao, ciao, ciao.